Hello everyone, how are you today? Sister Mary Smirnoff here. I know, I don't even know what day it is. I don't know. I think it's Thursday. Who would know? All days are the same right now. First of all, I want to apologise that there was no Sister Mary yesterday. And I'm just going to be honest, there's no point lying. There's none whatsoever. I was having a mental health day. It was quite bad. So I didn't feel like I needed to direct that or onto you. So I just kept myself to myself. Well, I didn't really, but I had reached out to a few others of my sisters and they were grand. I didn't actually reach out or touch them or anything like that, but we did social distancing and chatting in person. It was lovely. I must admit it raised my spirits greatly, and I never laughed so much, but I can't even tell you why I laughed because it was crazy. Absolutely crazy. But we'll go on. First of all, I'd like to say, or secondly, because I've already said my apologies, hello to the new subscribers. I can't believe I've got subscribers that don't even know me or never met me in my life. Cindy from Palm Springs. Hello, love. How are you? Great to have you on board. Great. The more people in the convent, the better we'll be. Ursula, back in Ireland. Now, I know you're a friend of my little niece. Good for you. I know you're stuck at home with those children, love. Oh, God love you. God love you. Keep strong. That's a tough one, isn't it? Right, my words of the day today. Now, this was an interesting one. I told you, the Lord gives you the words you need to hear. I opened it this morning with my coffee. Oh, we're on location. Do you like it? I won't tell you where we are because then other people might try to come to my office and I don't want them to come. No. Coffee, no Baileys, because I have to go running after this. Okay. Wait till you hear this one. It's by Marie Curie, by the way. Life is not easy for any of us, but what of that? We must have perseverance and above all confidence in ourselves. We must believe that we are gifted for something and that this thing, at whatever cost, must be attained. There you go. See, I'm getting emotional now. I told you yesterday was bad. So, I thought those were good words, weren't they? I think that was a message for a lot of you out there, a lot of you. Now, think of that today when you're feeling a bit low. Right, now, another thing I was going to tell you, because I'm not going to limit myself in time. I swear to God, if I go 45 minutes, you'll just have to listen to me, or shut me off, or delete me, or don't watch, whatever. St. Anthony says hello, by the way. Right, now, I've had a few conversations this week. Oh no, I won't even take them off because I look even worse. I've had a few conversations this week, long overdue with people, different people, for different reasons, you know. I don't know, timing wasn't right or whatever, or just wasn't ready to face that conversation with people. And I have, since this has all gone down. Now, for good or bad. The outcome of all of them was pretty good, maybe except one, but, you know, in all of that, that's not too bad, is it? And that one will improve, I'm sure, once that person gets a grip of themselves. That's all to be said there. Right, now, I had some dear sister questions. I had a couple. I had maybe 3 or 4, and again, there was the inappropriate ones, which were 2, and I'm not answering them. I'm not. So forget it. You're not getting to know any of that private info. Right. This question came from a lady here in America, and she wants to be referred to as, she signed in as Mile High. So, her husband, I don't even have to look at it because I've read the question 3 times when she messaged me it, and I was thinking of wisdom for her here. Her husband is home. He's working from home. He doesn't usually work from home. He works, I think, in New York or somewhere, but obviously he's back. And he's no work to do. So he's trying to find things around the house to do, which is driving her entirely mad. So he's found something to do on the roof of the house. I don't know if it's fixing the roof, I don't know. But he's up there, and she says he's not as steady on his feet as she'd like him. And she doesn't know she thinks he's going to fall off the roof. But if he falls off the roof, she's not taking him into hospital because of the big C. So she says either way he's going to die, and which would be preferable? What would be my advice? I would tell him that the roof is fixed. I would hide the ladder. I would give the ladder to some of the neighbours, and I would tell him that he can't go and get the ladder because of the social distancing. Can't touch the ladder. They've touched the ladder. He'll have to go and actually physically, no. So you could do it that way. And if he does go up the ladder and he does fall off, I wouldn't go to the hospital either. I would phone 911. Now, if you're lucky, I would say, there's a landscaper over there and he doesn't know what to do with himself. He's watching me and he's thinking, Holy Mother of baby Jesus. I know he's thinking that. Anywho, so I would call 911. And if you're really lucky, Firehouse Station, I think it's 58, is just out the back of the gates of the convent. And they'll most likely send that firehouse, because I've seen them do that. I have. And at least you'll get to watch the firefighters come and try, and they'll be coming up to you to find out if you're okay and how you're feeling. And there's some easy watching there. So hopefully that's what will happen if you need it. And they're medically trained, so it's not like you're doing an injustice to your husband. You're still trying to get him the help he needs. Sorry, someone's trying to text me there. So that's what I would do, mile high. Now, my second question is from Martine. Martine. She wants to know, have I ever tried to smuggle anything under my habit or my robe? And please don't tell me that it was Jesus, someone else other than Jesus. Oh, Martine, there has never been anyone underneath the robe or the habit. I don't think anyone's ever had the desire to do that and be quite sick, I think. But I have smuggled something underneath, and it's quite funny. Well, it is to me. My daddy's birthday, his 80th, was at the golf club. The video's on here, by the way, on this YouTube channel, but it's a couple of years back now. I would say 6 years, maybe 5 years. I don't know, can't remember. You lose track of time, don't you, when you're having fun? So for my daddy's 80th, it was at the golf club. And my brother had said to me, now, don't come in, fly back from America and think you're getting your champagne, because they don't usually keep it behind the bar. And I was thinking to myself, yes, because no one ever has anything to celebrate. Nobody's getting a hole-in-one down there, are they? So I thought to myself, perhaps I could just sneak it in under the habit. And so I did. And my friend Anne was over from London, and she likes a little glass of champagne as well. So her and I, stupidly, took the bottle of champagne into the bathroom, and we were there drinking our champagne out of probably beer mugs. Who knows what we were drinking it out of. And then one of the nieces came in and said, you don't have to go to this extent. You could just take it down to the table and sit there. No one cares at the golf club. No one cares. No one's going to say anything, do anything. You're not going to get kicked out. You're a nun. What can happen to you? So we did. We went back, and it's exactly what happened. The bar staff behind the bar were waving to me. Hey, hello, sister, how are you? Let us know when you run out of champagne and we bring you down some wine. So it's grand. But that's the only thing I've smuggled, and it worked out well for me. It's not to say I wouldn't smuggle things. I've done the buns under the habit, as you know. And I would if I had to. You have to do what you've got to do in certain times. Okay. So I'm dressed like this, but I've got all the little tops on because I'm going running after this. Yes, I am, and that should shock a few of the people around the pearly gates, shouldn't it? I'm going running, but I'm going by myself. I know. We used to do Nuns on the Run. That was fun, but with all this social distancing, we can't, you know. So I'm back to solo nunning. So I don't really. I'm not wearing the earbuds or anything. I don't like that. I don't want to hear. I love to hear all the 80s stuff when I'm running, but I'm liking to hear nature and the quietness and the peace and the little birdies tweeping and whatnot. So I'm going to run with no earbuds and just take in the natural beauty of the world. That's what I'm going to do. Now, I want to make a shout out to Tiffany. Hello, Tiffany, love. Tiffany is moving house north. I know. Today, up to, I don't know, upstate New York, somewhere, Pennsylvania, wherever it is. But whilst all those people are coming down here to bring the virus to us, Tiffany's leaving. I almost went with her, I have to say. I talked to her yesterday and she invited me. She has loads of children, Tiffany, loads. I mean, I don't even know if she knows how many she's got, because I don't know if she's ever counted them all. But she said one more in the back of the car wouldn't matter. So I almost went with her, and then I thought, oh, what about the orphans? So, I'm talking about the orphans. Tiffany was asking me yesterday, with the homeschooling program, how am I managing to get them up in the mornings? Well, it's difficult. It is difficult to keep a kind of a schedule, isn't it, when they want to sleep late and get up and they're constantly at the fridge. Like, surely that doesn't happen at school all day. No. Oh, right. So this is what I do. Remember, some of my girls from Mercy College will know this one. So, do you remember our old bell? Do you remember when it went missing? Well, now you know where it is. So this is what I do when I want to get the orphans up. Oh, God, there's an office next door. Well, it's sort of an office. And I'm sure someone's going to come out and start shouting at me now. But this is what I do at 6 o'clock in the morning. And I do that every 40 minutes for them to change classes from tanning to art class to whatever, back to tanning, whatever. So that was that. Now, I got up this morning, talking of the orphans, I got up this morning to get my coffee and, come out here and be with nature and also do a little location for you. That's a nature preserve behind me. And I'm going to take you on a different location the next time, and we're going to do another exercise with Sister. So, because that went down quite well, that last one. So, yeah, the person heard the bell, they're out. Just go to tanning class. Right. So I got up and I had my coffee, and I've noticed that the orphans have got a run of themselves, as they would say in Ireland, a run. I don't know. I wasn't around, clearly. They've started painting my wine glasses because they've run out of canvases now. I'm not saying they're not good at the painting, but I don't want a load of things with butterflies and roses and tie-dye round my wine glasses. I mean, they were good Rydell wine glasses. So that's, but I have to pick my battles right now, and that's probably not going to be one of them. So if anyone is at home and their children are doing arts, because I know a lot of you have said your children are painting and doing this and doing that, hide your wine glasses, because that's next once they run out of canvas and paper. Oh, the landscaper guy is back, and he's heard the bell and he's getting into his truck really quickly. He knows he's to go to the next house now. You can thank me for that, neighbours. If your garden's getting done today sooner than you thought, it's because I rang the bell. So on that note, I only went to 12:41. That's not too bad for me, really, when you think about it. I hope I didn't talk like a crackhead. I have had my coffee, no Baileys because of the running. Ugh. But I'm not a fan of that Baileys anyway. And the Kahlua is a bit sweet. I think I'd rather have, to be honest, I don't mind whiskey or brandy in my coffee. This is cold now, it's rotten. Oh, God. Right. Anyway, I want you all to have a fabulous day. Thanks for all your upbeat comments. Now, today is hair wash day again. Oh, God, we're back to that again. It's just, seems pointless, doesn't it? For me, anyway. But I'll struggle on. Cleanliness is next to godliness, as they say. So, everyone, have a fantastic day. May the Lord be with you. Honestly, look over you, protect you, and hopefully not send too many mental health days your way. I want everybody to stay strong so we can all be in this together, as they say. I don't want to sound like High School Musical. We're all in this together. I had enough of watching that for about 5 years, over and over and over. I want us to be more like The Sound of Music. Or, no, Sister Act. Let's be like Sister Act, everybody. Okay, so have a great day. May the Lord be with you. Anna Manaka, Occas in spirit. Anna Manaka, Occas in spirit, Occas in Neve. Amen. Okay, I almost forgot that. I'm telling you, I'm losing it. Love you all.